Shri Gurubhyo Namaha students. Today I am going to discuss question number 9. Prove that y is equal to 4 sin theta divided by 2 plus cos theta minus theta is an increasing function on theta in 0 comma pi by 2 closed interval. Increasing function means what I told you already. The derivative should be greater than or equal to 0. Derivative should be greater than or equal to 0. Here you see the first part, what it is, 4 sin theta divided by 2 plus cos theta. That it represents your format as u by v. First you should write the formula in the right side. That is u by v, the derivative of u by v equal to v square v u dash minus u v dash. Right? Now, what is your y? 4 sin theta divided by 2 plus cos theta minus theta. You don't forget, right? Here you are going to differentiate with respect to theta because theta is exist in the right side. Based on that, your differentiation take place in the right side, right? So, solution dy by d theta. If you want, you write y dash. That is understood, right? Dy by d theta equal to 2 plus cos theta, the whole square. First, your v square we written, right? Now, what is your u? U is 4 sin theta. What is your v? 2 plus cos theta. Now we are going to apply the formula. V 2 plus cos theta. You are going to differentiate u dash. That is differentiation of u is u dash. 4 sin theta. 4 is a constant as such. When you differentiate sin theta, what can you get? Cos theta, right? Minus. Next, what is your u? 4 sin theta. What is your u? 4 sin theta. When you differentiate 2 plus cos theta, what can you get? 2 is a constant. 2 it came along with the addition, so constant will act as 0. Cos theta, what is the differentiation of cos theta? Yeah, very good. Minus sin theta, right? Next, minus theta is there. You have to be very careful while differentiating. You have to be very careful whether everything is differentiated or not. You should check. Then you will pass on to the next step. When you differentiate theta with respect to theta, what can you get? Minus 1, right? Which is equal to, you are going to multiply 4 cos theta into 2. What can you get? 8 cos theta plus 4 cos square theta minus into minus plus 4 sin square theta divided by 2 plus cos theta the whole square minus 1. Next step, I am going to take a LCM. Simple, right? This and all you know very well. LCM I am going to take. See here, which is equal to 8 cos theta. See the next term, what it is there? 4 cos square theta plus 4 sin square theta. 4 you have to take it as common. Inside the bracket you are writing cos square theta plus sin square theta minus 2 plus cos theta the whole square, the whole thing divided by what? 2 plus cos theta the whole square. See in the numerator one thing, it gives a shining to you, right? What it is? Cos square theta plus sin square theta. One thing, it shines in the numerator. When you see that, immediately trigonometry should come to your mind. Cos square theta plus sin square theta, what it is? 1. So which is equal to 8 cos theta plus 4. Cos square theta plus sin square theta equal to 1. That concept you have to recall. Minus, again I'm going to apply the identity a plus b the whole square. So a square as 4 plus cos square theta. Next, plus 4 cos theta, right? A square plus b square plus 2ab divided by 2 plus cos theta the whole square, right? Now you are going to remove the bracket in the numerator. See here, 8 cos theta 2 plus cos theta the whole square, 8 cos theta plus 4 minus 4. Next, minus cos square theta minus 4 cos theta, right? Plus 4 minus 4 cancel, which is equal to 8 cos theta minus 4 cos theta. What can you get? 4 cos theta minus cos square theta divided by 2 plus cos theta the whole square, right? Next, which one is common in the numerator? Cos theta is a common, right? That you are going to take it as a common element, which is equal to cos theta 4 minus cos theta divided by 2 plus cos theta the whole square. Now your dy by d theta is nothing but what? Cos theta into 4 minus cos theta divided by 2 plus cos theta the whole square. Here the interval is given as closed interval 0 comma pi by 2, right? Given interval, what it is? Given interval is closed interval 0 comma pi by 2. When you substitute 0, in the numerator as well as denominator, right? See, when you substitute theta is equal to 0. For your understanding purpose, I am writing this and all, but in the exam you don't need to write. Substitute theta is equal to 0. What is the position of dy by d theta? You see, dy by d theta equal to cos 0 into 4 minus cos 0 divided by 2 plus cos 0 the whole square, right? 2 plus 2 plus cos 0 the whole square. You know what is the value of cos 0? Cos 0 is 1. So 1 into 4 minus 1 divided by 2 plus 1 the whole square, right? See here. Now dy by d theta equal to 1 into 3 divided by 3 square. So 1 3 1 3 cancel, you get it as 1 by 3, right? When you substitute theta is equal to 0, your derivative is greater than 0. Your derivative is greater than 0. Next, theta is equal to pi by 2. Theta is equal to pi by 2. When you substitute theta is equal to pi by 2, how it will act, you see. dy by d theta equal to cos pi by 2 into 4 minus cos pi by 2 divided by 2 plus cos pi by 2 the whole square, right? So cos 90 degree, you know the answer, right? Cos 90 degree is nothing but 0. Cos 90 degree is nothing but 0. So which is equal to 0. The numerator is 0 because if you are having the value as 4 also divided by 2, what 2 plus 2 the whole square, 2 square 4 can be cancelled, you will get it as 0. 0 divided by anything you get it as 0, right? So when you apply theta is equal to 0, your derivative is greater than 0. When you apply theta is equal to pi by 2, your derivative is equal to 0. Your derivative is equal to 0. If you want, you can assign any value between theta to pi by 2. For example, theta is equal to pi by 3 or theta is equal to pi by 6. Any one you can take, right? Here I am going to take theta is equal to pi by 3. Pi by 3 is nothing but 60 degree, right? Next, dy by d theta equal to, what is your assumption? So what is your result here? Cos theta, cos 60 degree, that is cos pi by 3. 4 minus cos pi by 3 divided by 2 plus cos pi by 3 the whole square. You know, cos 60 degree is nothing but 1 by 2. 1 by 2 into 4 minus 1 by 2 divided by 2 plus 1 by 2 the whole square. See, when you see the expression itself, you know very well that expression it represents greater than 0. Am I right, children? If you want, I will write and show. 1 by 2 into, see, 4 minus 1 by 2 is nothing but what? 8 minus 1, 7 by 2, right? 8 minus 1, 7 by 2 divided by 5 by 2 the whole square. Here everything is positive. So definitely it is greater than 0. Now you compare. When you assign theta is equal to 0, you arrived greater than 0. Theta is equal to pi by 2, you arrived equal to 0. In between value, it is greater than 0. So when you compare all the result, what is your final conclusion? See, your final conclusion is dy by d theta greater than or equal to 0. dy by d theta greater than or equal to 0. Once if you arrive greater than or equal to 0 means what is your conclusion? What is your result? Yeah, very good. It is a increasing function. Therefore, the function is increasing function. The function is increasing function, increasing function of theta in closed interval 0 comma pi by 2. Next I'm going to move to the next question, that is question number 10, right? What is question number 10? You see, prove that the logarithmic function LOGARI, logarithmic function is strictly increasing. Increasing means upward arrow, I told you, right? Increasing on open interval 0 comma infinity. Open interval means the value should not be included. Now you compare the previous and the present, right? Now I'm going to move to the solution. Logarithmic function means what it is? Log x. Logarithmic function means what? Log x. Prove that now you see. Solution y is equal to log x or f of x equal to log x. Next step, what do you want to do? Derivative, that is y dash or dy by dx. Y dash is 1 by x, right? You are going to assign the value between 0 to infinity. If you are assigning 0 value of, if you are assigning x value as x value as in between 0 to infinity, definitely you will arrive greater than 0. Definitely your derivative should be greater than 0. Example, you should assign x is equal to 1. What is your derivative? Y dash equal to 1, which is greater than 0. You are assigning the x value from 0 to infinity. 0 should not be included. Therefore, what is your final conclusion? Therefore, the function is greater than 0 means strictly increasing on open interval 0 comma infinity, right? Now I move to the next question, right children? Question number 11. Question number 11. Question number 11. Prove that the function f of x equal to x square minus x plus 1 is neither increasing nor decreasing, neither increasing nor decreasing, neither strictly increasing nor strictly decreasing on open interval minus 1 comma 1. Open interval minus 1 comma 1 means you can assign the value as minus 7.5, minus 0.5, minus 0.25, 0, 0.25, 0.5, 0.75. That values only you can take, right? Now, the first step, what it is? F dash of x equal to 2x minus 1. Here you are applying the derivative of x power n. Here the interval is given to you, right? You have no issue. You should find out how the interval divide into two parts, right? F dash of x equal to 0. The interval is given means how it divides. 2 f dash of x equal to 0. 2x minus 1 equal to 0, which implies x is equal to 1 by 2, right? See here, minus 1 will move to the opposite side, plus 1. Then 2x, it will act as division, right? Now, so x is equal to 1 by 2, it divides the interval. X is equal to 1 by 2, it divides the interval. X is equal to 1 by 2 divides, Here I didn't draw the real line because the interval is given. So there is no necessity to draw. It divides minus 1 comma 1 into two disjoint intervals, right? Two disjoint intervals. How it divides, you see, disjoint intervals. That is minus 1 to 1 by 2 and 1 by 2 to 1. Right. Now you see intervals sine of f dash of x, nature of f of x, right? Nature of f of x. See here, what is the interval we found? Minus 1 by 2 to 1 by 2, minus 1, comma 1 by 2. What is your derivative, you see? What is your derivative? F dash of x equal to 2x minus 1, right? Here you are going to assign any value. For example, x is equal to 1 by 4 if you are taking, right? X is equal to 1 by 4 if you are taking. Better you have to select x is equal to 0. That means easily you can conclude the result. F dash of x equal to minus 1, that is negative. So f dash of x less than 0. Once if you arrive less than 0, the function is strictly decreasing. The function is strictly decreasing. Now we'll pass on to the next interval. What it is? 1 by 2, 1 by 2, comma 1. Here you can assign the value as 3 by 4. That only is possible, right? You can take decimal also. Nothing is wrong, right? Here x is equal to 3 by 4 for your understanding purpose. So f dash of x equal to, right, 2 into 3 by 4 minus 1 equal to 6 minus 4 by 4, that is 2 by 4, 1 by 2, positive. Positive means what is the derivative? Derivative is greater than 0. Derivative is what? Greater than 0. Once if you arrive greater than 0, what is the nature of the function? Strictly increasing. See here, the interval is given as minus 1 to 1. The interval is given as minus 1 to 1. Throughout the interval, the function didn't act as increasing or decreasing. Up to one interval, it is increasing. Up to another interval, the function is decreasing. So throughout the interval, the function does not act as a same, does not act as increasing or decreasing. So final conclusion is the derivative, that is f dash of x, does not have same sign. Same sign means positive or negative. Same sign throughout. Same sign throughout throughout the interval. Throughout the interval. From the tabular column, you understood this, right? Interval minus 1 to 1. Therefore, the given function is neither strictly increasing nor strictly decreasing, nor strictly decreasing in the interval minus 1 comma 1, right? I hope you people understood. Here, find the interval. The word is not given, but interval is given. Interval is given means you want to find out where the line is, where that thing should be divided. For that purpose, I equate the derivative to 0. Once again, I am going to teach you. You have to listen carefully, children, from the beginning. Step by step, I will move. You have to listen carefully, then only you can understand, right? See, dy by d theta, u by v concept you use. V is 2 plus cos theta, u is 4 sin theta. So 2 plus cos theta into 4 cos theta minus 4 sin theta. When you differentiate 2 plus cos theta, you arrived minus sin theta. Minus theta is there. When you differentiate, you will get it as minus 1. Now you see, you are multiplying, you are making the denominator as the simplest format. 8 cos theta plus 4 into cos square theta plus sin square theta minus 2 into 2, sorry, you are taking LCM, 2 minus bracket 2 plus cos theta the whole square divided by 2 plus cos theta the whole square. Then it shines you the numerator, that is cos square theta plus sin square theta equal to 1. That is a basic trigonometry identity. Minus a plus b the whole square, that is a square plus b square plus 2ab. Then you simplify, you arrive the result as 4 cos theta minus cos square theta divided by 2 plus cos theta the whole square. Here cos theta you are taking as a common. So 4 minus cos theta divided by 2 plus cos theta the whole square. Here your given interval is 0 to pi by 2. In the question they are asking prove that the function is increasing. So you want to prove greater than or equal to 0 comma pi by 2 closed. So you can accept 0 and pi by 2. Right? If it is open interval, it should not be accepted. When you substitute theta is equal to 0, what can you arrive? You see, you are arriving the derivative is greater than 0. When you substitute theta is equal to pi by 2, what is your result? You see, the derivative is equal to 0. In between value you are assigning, that is theta is equal to 60 degree pi by 3. When you are assigning pi by 3, cos pi by 3 into 4 minus cos pi by 3 divided by 2 plus cos pi by 3 the whole square. Cos pi by 3 is 1 by 2. 1 by 2 into 4 minus 1 by 2 divided by 2 plus 1 by 2 the whole square. Then 1 by 2 into 7 by 2 divided by 5 by 2 the whole square. Definitely the fraction is positive. You arrive the result as greater than 0. Therefore, you are comparing all the three things. Final conclusion is greater than or equal to 0. Compare all the things which implies dy by d theta is greater than or equal to 0. So what is your solution? See here, what is your solution? The function is increasing. Next question is prove that the logarithmic function is strictly increasing on open interval 0 comma pi. Logarithmic function means what? Y is equal to log x. When you differentiate, you arrive 1 by x. You are selecting the values between 0 to infinity. When you select x is equal to 1 or 2, whatever it is, the fraction is positive, so it is greater than 0. Once if you arrive greater than 0, the function is strictly increasing. Now I pass on to the question number 11. Prove that the function is neither strictly increasing nor strictly decreasing. The interval is given. Here I am not going to draw a real line, right? If you want, you should draw. But the word is not there. Interval is not there. If the interval is given, you have to equate the derivative to 0. How the interval is divided, that you want to see. For that purpose, I differentiated and I equated with 0. I arrived x is equal to 1 by 2. that x is equal to 1 by 2, it divides the given interval into two disjoint. That is minus 1 by 2, minus 1 to 1 by 2 and 1 by 2 to 1 intervals. You are substituting x is equal to 0. You arrive negative. So, your derivative is less than 0, strictly decreasing. 1 by 2, comma 1. Here you can assign the value is x is equal to 3 by 4. 6 by 4 minus 1, you are taking LCM, you arrived positive. When you arrive positive, your conclusion is strictly increasing. See, throughout the interval, the function does not have a same sign. So, your conclusion is the function is neither strictly increasing nor strictly decreasing. Right? I hope you people understood. I will continue the I will continue the next sum in the next class. Right, children? You have to go through the concept. You have to twice, thrice, you have to visualize the thing. Understand? If you have any doubt, you should ask me. I will explain again. Thank you, children.